code is there should be good amount of spacing from the left hand side. Okay, so there is an HTML tag for that called div tag. Okay, this is a new one. What this div tag do? It creates a division of elements. Let's say I want to bind these three elements into one single element. Okay, so for that div tag is used. Div stands for division. Okay, so what I will do, it will make a block of these three tags. So now whatever property we will assign to this div tag, it will be allocated to all these three. Okay, so how do we give spacing here in LWC? So there are two approaches. One is CSS. Okay, we can use CSS for designing. Second thing is Salesforce has introduced their own CSS libraries. Okay, and these are called SLDS libraries. So you can Google them. List of them will be available. How we can bring text in center, on the left or right. Okay. So how do we use them? We have to write it like this: class is equal to. Then we have to give the name of that library. So I'll show you one. So let's say if I want to give margin from the left hand side, how do we write a SLDS class? SLDS stands for Salesforce Lighting Design System. Okay, design. It is a design system introduced by Salesforce specifically for like LWC. So what is the format to write it? First we have to write SLDS, which is Salesforce Lighting Design System. Then we have to type what type of styling you want to do. You want to play with margins. You want to do some padding. Okay. So let's say we want to give margin on the left hand side. So for margin, M is used. Okay. And then hyphen. Then we have to say from which side do you want to give margin. So in this case, we want to give margin from left side. Okay. And last thing is we have to put the size of that margin. I mean, you want to give extra small margin, medium, large, extra large. Okay. So I want to give medium margin from the left. I'll show you this also how we can search on Google. Okay. So let's and see what I have done. I have first added a div tag. Div does what? With the help of div, we can collaborate number of elements together and assign us single property to each of them. Okay, like we are assigning this class, this property, or this attribute, you can say. There are multiple terms for that. So what is it doing? SLDS stands for Salesforce Lightning Design System. I'll show you their website also. Then we have to mention what activity we want to do with that UI. We want to give margin. For margin, M is used. Okay. Where do we want to give margin? On the left hand side or the right hand side, top, bottom, or all the four sides? All the four sides around is used. Okay. And then underscore the size of margin I want to give. So I want to give small, medium, large, whatever. I have given medium size margin. So I'm saving it. Coming back here on my this, let me do a hard refresh. So now you can see that it is having good enough margin from the left hand side. Correct?
Correct.
But the thing which is not looking good is spacing between this button and input. They are kind of overlapped. Okay. So how we can give spacing between two? So break tag, if you remember, what I can do, I can give a break tag after BR after this lightning input, and it should give a break. So let me fetch it. So now you can see it is giving me this space. Okay. This was about basic of our HTML file, very basic, though we will have still many topics, advanced topics also left. Now let's bring first of all JavaScript into picture. Okay. So let's remove lightning input tag for now. So what I can do, let's say I statically put this name, hi hello Pratik, and I save it. I'll go there. it will give me hi, hello, Pratik. This is static text which we have written in the Java HTML. Okay. But now let's say I want to bring this name from a server side, okay, to my browser. So I have to include HTML and JavaScript. Okay. So let me create a property here. I'm again using that word property. Okay. So let's say first name is the name of the property. This is just like a variable we used to have in Apex, okay, or any other programming language. This is a variable to which I will assign a value Pratik. Okay. Now, if I want to access this value inside HTML, the way is I have to use curly braces, okay, and I have to put the name of that variable property. I copy this, I'll paste it here. Let me save it. So now what it will happen, it will dynamically pick whatever is assigned to first name. Okay. Similarly, let me add a last name here, property here. And what I will do, I'll copy this name, last name property from JavaScript to my HTML. And how I can join anything written in JavaScript to HTML using curly braces. Okay. And wherever you see curly braces, that means the value inside it is coming from JavaScript file. Okay. So I'll write last name. So now my tag text written here is hi, hello. Something and something has to come from JavaScript. How do we get to know? Because it is inside the curly braces. Okay. So I'll save it. So now you can see it's Pratik Soni. We haven't written Pratik Soni in our HTML, but it is getting binded. So this is called data binding. Data is always present inside JavaScript. Okay. It has to go to HTML side using data binding. Okay. And if we talk about some real-time scenario, when we will be connecting with our Salesforce org, data will be coming from Apex. Correct? In Apex, we always fetch data using list and maps. So what we will be doing at that time after 6th or 7th lecture, we will be connecting JavaScript with Apex. Apex will throw data here in JavaScript, and we will assign that data to some property like these two, and then we can data bind them in HTML. Okay. And any doubt in this, what I have done?
No, no doubts.
Okay, great. Okay, so this was about our basic data binding. Okay, so okay, so let me introduce one more thing now. So we know about lightning button, we have already seen. So any attribute you remember for lightning button?
No.
Okay, so it was label. Okay, then only we can display any label on lightning button. So let's give it a label. Click me. Any other attribute? One was variant that will give the look of a button. So we want, let's say, a brand type of button. So let's first see the UI part. Then we will come here. So now we are having a button here, okay, and a text here. What I want is when I click this button, this text, the name should change to Venkat. Okay, this is my small kind of task. So how will we do? First of all, let's give some spacing in button and text. So one thing which we have learned is using the break tag, correct? Second thing is it is possible that you give a class to this H1, this same class, and give a margin from bottom side. Let's see if this will work. Might override this, but let's see. See, it is giving the spacing. Okay. So, okay. So now my task is I want to give some, I want to change this first name from Pratik to Venkata. Okay. So initially it is initialized as Pratik. Okay. Whenever the screen will load, it will see what value is there, bind it to JavaScript first name. Okay. We will go to JavaScript. First name is having Pratik. So that's why whenever we are loading the screen, it is displaying me hi hello Pratik. But now our task is that whenever we click on this button, okay, click me, it should change the name from Pratik to Venkata. So how? So if you remember our first lecture, we have learned something about on-click event, okay, which we kept in button and something was happening. So similarly, we have events here also. So buttons event, the famous event is on-click, okay, which will get triggered when we click this button, okay, and we can assign it a event handler. This is event. It will be we will be I have put curly braces because I have to put some logic in JavaScript, which will help me in changing this first name to something else. Okay, so I'll be writing some event name. Let's say handle button click, or let's say handle click. Now this handle click, which is inside curly braces, needs to be defined in JavaScript, okay, because it is inside curly braces. So in JavaScript, it will behave like a method. The good practice is to copy the name, otherwise spelling mistake will happen and we will end up troubleshooting entire time. Okay. So it will be kind of method in which we can put a piece of code. This is the syntax of method. Method name, curly braces, so sorry, normal braces, then curly braces for definition. Now, whatever we will write inside it, that will execute when we will be clicking this button. So I hope you are understanding the flow from where we are going. We will click the button. It will trigger this on-click event. This on-click event will do what? It will trigger this event handler. This event handler will do what? It will move the control to JavaScript because it is written inside the curly braces. Okay. And whatever we will write inside it, that will get executed. So let's start with putting something in console. So console log, you just click the button. So what will happen? Whenever I will be clicking this button, on-click will get triggered. On-click will pass the control to its event handler, which is handle click. Handle click is inside curly braces. That means it has to be there in JavaScript. Control will come here, and whatever is written inside this handle click will get executed. So we'll be printing something on console. So let's save it and let's see. Since we have put our logic on console, I have to inspect it and open the console to see if something is getting printed. I have cleared the console, and when I will click on this button, see, you just click the button. That means our flow has reached inside this event handler. Okay. So now coming back to our ask. So the ask was that I want this first name should be changed to Venkata, okay, instead of Pratik. So what I will do, I ultimately inside this button click, I have to assign first name as Venkata. Okay. So let me assign first name as Venkata. Okay. Let's save it and let's see if this works on button click.
Semicolon is required.
It is. I think. I mean, I have a practice. Sometimes I write. Sometimes I don't. It is not
Okay.
mandatory. It is not mandatory. Even if it will work here. In Apex, it is mandatory. So yeah. So I'll save it. Let's see if on clicking the button, it will display me the text. I'm doing a hard refresh. So have I written console there? So I'm clicking here, but see, the text is not getting changed. What is the reason behind it? So this is a very common mistake as even experienced developers do this. So the rule is whenever we try to access any property which has been initialized somewhere, again, like I am doing here,
Mm-hmm.
first name I'm trying to access again, we have to use this keyword.
Mm-hmm. Current method.
Otherwise, correct. Otherwise, it will consider it as a new variable. Okay, if we want to touch the existing property, we have to use this keyword behind it. Okay, so now it will understand. Okay, this they are talking about this first name. So now I will be replacing the value with Venkat. Let's go back there.
Here you are clicking on anything, or you are just going to console.
Uh, I just once clicked by clicking right click, doing right click and clicking on inspect.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only thing I did. And again, I'm just clearing this console because every time it refreshes, now it puts some
Yeah,
dots.
how you are clearing
This button.
that circle one?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay, though I'm not printing anything here right now, but let me close. So now I have refreshed it. Let me refresh again. Control Shift R. Okay. So I'm clicking here, but it is still not working. That means maybe it has not saved. I check from here first. Save here. Now that's why I wanted to practice in the second hive. Otherwise, I will continue with my topics.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
even I don't want so many topics in one day.
Right,
So
right.
that's why I said in the first three lectures, I usually have a habit to do half our work from my side and
Mm.
repeat at your side. So we will start this from tomorrow.
Sure, sure.
So I mean, it will take time. I can understand. Don't worry. I
Yeah,
don't feel anything
today I
odd.
can't do anything because I don't know anything, right? So I'm able to
Yeah.
understand the code, but I can't do on my own.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
once I
Okay. No
practice
issue.
at least once this recording, then I will be
Hmm.
having some hands-on.
Yeah.
Then
I mean, I will be guiding you. I know in the very first time you won't be getting anything. It's
mm,
just you type the same day so that you understand something. Otherwise, I have so many topics. I will wrap it up in one day.
right, right.
So okay. So okay. Now let's see. Still, it is not working. That means some issue is going on. There might be some spelling mistake. Let's see. So let's troubleshoot. First name N is capital here. So JavaScript and HTML both are case sensitive. We have to take care of this. So first name capital, first name capital. This dot first name. This is also capital, and I'm assigning it Venkata. And let me do console.log here. So I'll check if the control is coming here or not. Just a check. Just a second, getting a call
Mhm.
back. What I will do, I'll print something here so that I can check if the control is coming inside this block or not. So what I will do,
Also spelling wrong.
inside handle click and yeah. So let's see if the control is coming here. And what I will do, I'll print the value of this dot first name also. What is the latest value after the assignment? So save it, refresh it. save it. Now I am opening the console again, going to inspect, okay, and then clicking here on console. Then again, now I'm clearing the console and I click here. So it is not working. Why? Earlier we saw this handle click is not getting saved. Control was not coming here, that's why an issue. Handle click spelling is this. It's there, this one there, this. Cache issue. Let me refresh again. Saving it again. Second, saved. Doing the hard refresh again. I'll clear my cache and I'll click here. So okay, so some cache issue was there, that's why it was not working.
What you have done?
So see, I have done nothing. It was just cache issue. So
Cache issue means
cache,
like it
cache
automatically.
issue means sometimes it takes time for browser to clear its data. Sometimes old data is still there.
Oh, so you have not done
So
anything.
no, I haven't done touched anything. I
It
just
just
added
took some time. Okay.
yes, it took some time because already I think this is holding more than 6, 7, okay, 10 LWC components, and that's why it is a bit slow. Though I will be creating a new auth specifically for you today, where we can practice. So what extra I did was I just put a console statement so that I can check. I mean, this is a part of debugging also. So some people teach debugging after discussing topics. We will be seeing all together how we can debug anything if it is not working. So I put a console statement so I can test if my control is coming inside this method or not. So you can see inside handle click, it is coming here, and this dot for first name it is concatenating, and first name is holding the latest value Venkat. Okay, and the same is happening here.